Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? Long time. How are you? Well, this video is gonna be about the full moon coming up on May 26th, and it's a lunar eclipse. And yeah, I have a few things to say about it. I have a few things. So let's get started. All right, so with this new moon, full moon, my apologies, this full moon, first of all, I just want to say that I do have my notes here below me and my computers to the sides of me. So, because I took some notes because I don't want to miss out on anything, and I just want to make sure that you guys have all the information that you need, because it's a powerful one. It's a powerful one, as I'm pretty sure that you've been feeling. I'm pretty sure it's what you've been hearing, and I'm very sure it's what you're sensing. So yeah, it's very interesting. So let's just get started. So first of all, the moon is falling in a very special place in the realm that connects humans with spirit. Okay, it is pretty much along that vertical line within the cosmogram. And what's very interesting with this is that the moon is falling on the physical side of the realm, whereas on the spiritual side of the realm, right along that vertical line, is Mars. Mars is sitting right there. So we have the moon and Mars opposite of each other in the line that is connecting within the cosmogram, that is connecting humans with spirit. This is giving us so much access. This is giving us so much access. With the moon falling at the peak of the line that is where human and spirit meet at the physical plane, this is the peak of physical power, whereas Mars, being within the spiritual realm, is falling at the peak of your spiritual power. And so what does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, well, first of all, the moon during this time is going to be very, well, first of all, in terms of bringing in abundance, bringing in knowledge. This lunar eclipse, this full moon lunar eclipse, will be very, very, very powerful. I didn't mention this before, but the moon is falling in the sidereal astrology. The moon is falling in a water sign. Okay, it's falling in a water sign. So we are getting so with the moon falling in a water sign, and the moon, of course, it represents body, it represents water, and it being at the peak of your physical, it's in the realm where you are at the peak of your physical power. Okay, this is going to be very, very powerful time when it comes to communicating and speaking with spirits, recovering what is yours. This can deal with alignment. I mean, we're talking, okay, we're gonna get there, but we're talking alignment here. We're talking visions. We're talking for those of you that are more deeper in your practice and have some experience underneath your belt. This can even be summoning spirits in your sleep, or preparing anything that's related to water. There is a lot of water within our physical realm. Okay, there's a lot of water taking place. There's a lot of water. This period, this time, what this is going to be shifting us in is dramatic changes. Dramatic changes, swift changes. Now, these dramatic changes, I have to say, they may not sit well with those around you. You know, when we start making changes in our lives, massive changes in our lives, there could be people around you that may not, that may show some signs of animosity, I would say. But here's the thing, while I was meditating on this, while I was contemplating on this, one of the oracle phrases on the Akamora, Acetole deck that this is the deck that I use. This is, if you get a reading from me, this is what we are communicating with spirit with, because it's loud. My spirits speak loudly through it. But one of the oracle cards phrases that came to my mind immediately was, why worry about the stars when you have the love of the moon? And that, I mean, I'm probably paraphrasing, and I wish I remembered exactly which card it is in this, you know, in this deck, but the phrase immediately came to my mind. I didn't even need to pull cards. Like I said, it speaks loudly to me. So yeah, why worry about the stars when you have the love of the moon? And so that is the phrase that we are rocking with when we are heading towards this this full moon lunar eclipse. Okay, so now let's go on to Mars. Mars falling. Mars is, like I said before, it's falling in the spiritual realm, right? The realm of the unseen, and it's right along that. It is right along the axis within the cosmogram that is the peak of spiritual power. We have Mars at the peak of spiritual power. This is interesting because we have opposites going on here. In the physical realm, we have massive amounts of water happening, right? In the spiritual realm, we have fire you get, okay, the electricity. The electricity is literally, now I'm thinking about it, it's electricity. That is what I am feeling. That is what it is giving off. With Mars at the pinnacle of this point in the cosmogram, we're talking, this is good for communicating or speaking with spirits. So we have massive communication with spirit going on. It's giving a vibes of like veil being thin type. I mean, not exactly, but it gives that vibe that the communication between you and your spirits are very much, it's very, very powerful. So with the moon opposite Mars here, once again, and we have of course opposites of water and fire happening. I mean, we are talking, as I said before, and I'm going to repeat it again, swift changes, massive changes. Now, what does this mean for your working? As I said, transformation, dramatic changes. When you're doing these dramatic changes as well, you know what, we're going to talk about things I'm going to not recommend. We're going to get to that but very quickly, because I don't want this video to be long. I don't want this video to be long at all. But some workings that will be very that you could consider doing for this lunar eclipse full moon vibes going on Wednesday. And we have spiritual or ancestral elevation here. I mean, we got close ties with the spirit realm, so elevating our spirits would be very beneficial during this time. Anytime where that, I remember the last time I did this video, an astro video such as this, I remember that was also another period, a period of like elevating your spirits, and I believe that was about 2 months ago. So here we are again doing this. If you did not do it before, this could be your time to do it now. Any sort of petitions regarding your growth and where you are going. I mean, we are talking water having memory. This is what spirit is telling me now, actually. Water having memory, and then putting that out into your spirits of your petitions, your growth, where you're going, etc. I mean, talk about just lighting a fire and getting that spark going. I mean, there's a lot of power. Well, all elements have a lot of power. They're powerful in their own specific ways. Fire being that once again, that electricity, that spark. Electricity is more of the word I'm more looking for, right? It's direct. It's giving us direction. It's giving us direction. It's giving us pinpoint accuracy type of vibes, right? Okay, some other workings I have here written down is reaching different realms, getting into the depths of some worlds. Once again, this is for the people that have been doing this for a while, okay? This is when you are very comfortable. You and your guides have developed a relationship, and you yourself know how to navigate those waters. As I said before, visions are going to be also very beneficial. So even just if you're just starting out, perhaps not diving deep into like summoning, we ain't doing that. We are being safe. We're being safe. I want you to be safe. But perhaps paying attention to your dreams, maybe writing down a petition of getting messages through your dreams, or getting visions through your dreams, having your spirits come through to you that way. Yeah. Also calling in your power, calling your power to you, calling up your power, connecting to that divine aspect within yourself, tapping into that power. Yeah, that would be another beautiful time to do this. I said this before, but communicating and dreaming of spirits in your spiritual house. Once again, that's for those, I mean, this is for, well, that's for anyone, that's for everyone. That's what I would recommend for, yeah, for everyone. But for those of you that are wanting to receive messages or knowledge from other spirits, other beings, and getting those and receiving those messages through your dreams, yeah, definitely look into perhaps communicating with your guides and your higher self and your spiritual house on how to on if that is something that they will be assisting you in, or that you will be doing, that is something that you even should be doing during this time. There's many things, as I've listed thus far, that you can be doing. Now, because this full moon, one second. Okay, so because this full moon is falling on a Wednesday, all right, it's falling on a Wednesday, which is the day of Mercury. We have the essence of prayer being very important during this time. Speaking your prayers aloud. I also want to say that. Speaking your prayers aloud. Let's stop speaking our prayers to ourselves. We want to, now if you can, we want to speak it out loud. We want to speak it with some oomph in our voice, right? Affirmations is another thing that you can definitely be doing during this time. Any sort of written petitions, as I said before, like petitions, you know, regarding your growth and where you're going. Singing, you know, and you know, if you have a good voice or you don't have a good voice, like, listen, sing. Or if you're not comfortable with singing, you have incantations is also another beneficial thing that you can be doing during this time. In terms of, oh, and also in terms of prayer, I forgot to add here, I had an asterisk, Psalms. For those of you who work the Psalms, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm feeling okay. Anyway, burning incense, once again, that air, burning incense, or even smoking with intention. For those of you that smoke, and we'll leave that in the air because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but we'll just leave that in the air. But yeah, smoking with intention. So in terms of herbs and oils and stuff like that, that's, yeah, any sort of herbs or oils that's associated with the moon, Mars, Mercury, yeah, all of that would be okay. All of that would be okay. And I would suggest doing your research when wanting to use, you know, certain herbs. Do your research, but also tap into your inner search. You feel me? Like, tap into your inner search, because there is a lot of inner search that you naturally have, that you came with already, that your guides are giving you, and that your ancestors are giving you, and all of that is found within yourself. So do your research, but do your inner search, okay? So things that that's not recommended during this time. The list is very short, but being impulsive with this electricity, I gotta know what to say. This electricity feeling, vibes that are happening right now within the cosmogram. Being impulsive is not the way to go. Something I didn't mention, and I'm gonna mention it now. So the moon is at the peak of the cosmogram, where your physical power is at the strongest, but it's also the peak of your maturity. It's the peak of it's the peak of your being. Okay, so we are wanting to move with wisdom, and in any sort of impulsiveness, we want to steer away from. Okay, so seek guidance, seek wisdom, ask deep questions of why, because fire and water, as powerful as they are also destructive, and we are not wanting to flow in that direction. Okay, we want to stay in alignment with the cycles. We want to stay in alignment with our with the cosmogram, okay, and walk in wisdom as we go along the cycle of each phase. So impulsiveness, don't do it. I definitely feel like any sort of impulsive decision will result in of it coming back around to you and you needing to perhaps solve it, right? But however, here's the thing. So this is when you need to be very much in tune with yourself, or even, you know what, this could be a good time just to tune in with yourself as well. I didn't say this, but tuning into yourself and yourselves, if you catch my drift. Like, yeah, wow. Like I said, calling on that power, tapping into that divine aspect within yourself that we all have, because we all have that piece of divinity, and tapping into it, remembering it. That is that's where you'll get like that. It's where you will meet magic. Let's just say that. Okay, we can talk about that, that inner divine being. But however, we want to also move. I would also not recommend moving in opposition to your body. So I made a post recently on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, then you need to. Juju time on Instagram as well. But I made a post regarding the importance of listening to your body, and how your body has wisdom, your body has personal growth, knowledge that it's constantly giving you. But a lot of us, you know, we attribute a lot of the things that we feel within our bodies as like negative, you know, or we tend to ignore. I don't want to say it's negative, but we tend to ignore what our body is telling us, right? The only times that we truly feel our body response is when we get that fight or flight sensations within us. And we of course want to move past, well, fight or flight keeps us alive. It's what kept us surviving this far. But in terms of raising our consciousness, we're wanting to move past the fight or flight response and really tune in to the knowledge that our body is having. So moving in opposition to your body is not recommended. For my understanding of the cosmos, right? The moon, it represents the body. The body is what, 70-something% made of water, and the moon rules water, right? So the moon, so very much so during this time, we're gonna listen to what your body is telling you. There are vibrations, there's frequencies being sent out to those that are tapped into it, that is telling you exactly what needs to be done, that's telling you exactly what you need to know. You may not fully understand, and that's the thing, maybe it's not words, but there's something that's within you that you're feeling, and you need to honor that. That's basically what you need to do. Honor that feeling that you're feeling. Now, sometimes, because within the spiritual realm, we got Mars sitting at the peak, right, of spiritual power. Many of us will feel that spark to move, do something, you know, invest in yourself, start that business, or apply for that job, or start that project, or start drawing, learning a language, that action, right? But what we don't talk about as well is that not moving is also an action. So if that is what your body is telling you, it's saying, slow down, something, I'm getting butterflies, which is anxious, like it's that, we attribute it to like excited, anxious, but it's like, something isn't calm, something is exciting me. What is it that's exciting me, right? And exciting in a bad or good or bad way. It's just an experience, but it's stepping outside of ourselves and recognizing, honoring what's going on with our bodies. Yeah. So definitely those are the two things I would not recommend during that time. So during this period, as we leading up into this full moon and even afterwards, right? So we're taking wisdom. Each cycle, we're taking wisdom, a little wisdom with us at a time, and we're applying it. It's not that, okay, I'm going to do this for just, I'm only going to do this for only Wednesday because this is a lunar eclipse. Okay, this is the knowledge that we're being given. Now we're needing to apply it as we continue onto the next phase. You feel me? This is not just like a one-stop shop of like, all right, I'm not impulsive on this day, but then I'm going to tune into my body for just this day. No, this is wisdom. This is what we are all aiming. We're all aiming for elevation. We're all aiming for alignment. And by taking on the wisdoms and carrying on that wisdom as we go on to the next phase that the cosmos will be sending us. What's very interesting, because what I just got into my mind is the major arcana, right? We got the Fool, and then we got the World card at the very end. And when the World card completes, you become the Fool all over again, because now you ended a cycle and now you're beginning a cycle, but you're beginning the cycle with a whole new set, a set of wisdom to carry on with you through your next phase. You feel me? So this is the wisdoms that we are getting for us to be this is the wisdom that we are getting as we are moving into our next phase within the cosmos, right? But at the same time, it's like, okay, how do we utilize the cosmos to then further ourselves along? And this is where we get to the magical workings. So, boom. I hope that is clear. Yeah, that is basically what I wanted to say. I was really excited about this Moon and Mars connection that we're having, because I was like, shut the front door. Anyway, so, all right, beautiful beings, that is all that I have for you today. I hope that you are having a lovely, lovely Monday. And I hope that, I feel the need to say, I hope that you're taking care of your altar today. If you have one. If you do not have one, then connecting with yourself, connect to your body, meditation. Yes. So I will see you all in my next video. I have not been on YouTube for a while. I know, but I have not disappeared. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been on Instagram. I also created a TikTok. I know, I created a TikTok, so you can follow me on TikTok, because I'm loving TikTok. My sister actually she's been telling me to go on TikTok for the longest, and I just kept saying, oh, Instagram's enough. I'm not sure. TikTok. Now I love TikTok. Like, it is so brilliant. It's great. So now I'm on TikTok a lot, so you can follow me on TikTok, of course. But I am going to continue on with my YouTube videos, because this is where I can talk with you guys, you know, the longest and give you guys the most information. Whereas on TikTok and Instagram, it's, you know, it's not really giving you much, you know. And here I feel like I can interact with you guys a lot more, to be quite honest. So yeah. Yes. So I will let you all go, and I will see you all in my next video.